Hi, this video will explain how to make your Sebago tote. You will still need your pattern for cutting instructions and other hints. So to make the Sebago tote, which can be made out of pre-quilted fabric, as these two bags are, you can quilt your own fabric, or you can fuse fabric to two sides of a double-sided fusible batting. We recommend Duet Fuse 2 by Bosel. To make the bag, you're going to cut according to the pattern instructions, and you're going to make a cylinder. The cylinder will have one seam, and that seam will be finished on both the outside and the inside. You're going to use a flat felled seam. So follow the instructions in your pattern to make that seam. It's very similar to a seam that you would have on a pair of jeans. Once you've finished your cylinder, making your cylinder, you will bind both ends. Then you're going to sew a seam, and you can probably see it, not exactly in the center of the bag. It's going to be just a little bit off center. The shorter end of this is going to be the outside pocket of the bag. The closer this seam is to the center, the shorter your bag will be and the taller your pockets will be. If you move this seam out towards the edge, your pocketbook will be quite a bit taller and your pocket will be slightly shorter. So stitch across there, and I would do my first bag according to the pattern instructions, and then you can make adjustments later. So stitch across and stitch across again, because that is going to be the bottom seam of your bag. After you've stitched across here, you're going to take the shorter end and fold it up around the taller end. Like that. Poke the corners out so you have something that looks like this. And then you're going to square your corners by poking the corners back in, turning it inside out, and stitching across that corner. You'll do that on both sides, and the side with the seam, of course, is going to be the thickest one, so stitch very, very slowly. So there's your basic bag. Then you're going to add your handles. Now follow the instructions in the pattern to make these simple handles. Now you can just slide those handles right down in here and stitch. Just simply stitch across here, across here, across here, and across here. If you do that, that stitching will create just one big pocket that will go all the way around the bag. If you would like to delineate the pockets, you'll need to stitch a seam that goes from the center of the pocket all the way down around the bottom and up the other side. Now you'll have to manhandle this bag to get that seam done. If you don't want to do that, you can stitch a seam from here down to the center, turn it over, and stitch a seam from here down to the center so that the seams meet at the bottom of the bag. That creates delineated pockets so that your items won't move around the bag. So that's it. Just a very simple bag, fun bag for a market bag. I hope you enjoy.